Tonight we're going to talk about the sibling relationship, which is particularly important as a subject to me, because I believe that the opportunity exists in a family to train children how to live with somebody who is like themselves in a long-term, intimate relationship. You know what else in life turns out to be that way?
Marriage.
Marriage, yeah. Yeah, I think the sibling relationship is a good place to train children what it would be like if you were married to somebody. Because the guy you're married to, you know, you come home at night and there's the same guy still there. And you come home next week and the same guy's still there. And things go wrong and the same guy's there, and you know, you gotta learn how to share, and you gotta learn how to get over it and things like that. And these are all great experiences for children to figure out how to do.
Yes, okay, so we have 7 children between the ages of 1 and 12. And I homeschool, so they're together all the time. Just all the dynamics of, you know, that many kids that don't get that much of a break from each other.
These are all your children. There's no recombined family in this
No.
in this mix. Okay.
One adopted child, but we've had him since he was 1.
And how old is he now?
7,
Does he know he's adopted?
yes,
Are the other children aware that your 7-year-old's adopted?
yes,
Everybody knows that.
everybody knows.
Have you ever heard that be an issue with anybody specifically?
No, not really. I mean, sometimes he'll say something random, like to a new friend that he's from Michigan and he's adopted. And I
But
think that's an odd thing to share, but he's comfortable with it.
But your other children don't speak to it particularly.
The one 7-year-old used to tell everyone, and we nipped that in the bud. We told her if she wanted to talk to us about his adoption, that was fine, but that's his story, and not to share
Would
that
she
with other
say that
people.
in a way of trying to stir trouble, or just make
No,
comment?
just informative.
I'd like to say that younger children that age, adoption is a point of information more than an emotional thing, unless there's a whole lot of drama associated with how the adoption worked. But typically, a child who's told young about this status, it doesn't register as except as the same way, let's say a race would register, that you are not a white child, you are an Indian child or something like that. Would be.
He's half Korean, so there is that aspect.
Yeah, and so a child say, oh, well, that explains that part, and then they get on with their lives. It begins to matter as children start distinguishing among themselves a little bit later, like maybe 3rd, 4th grade is where it starts beginning to matter to some children. And they start dividing out after that. Sometimes it can be quite severe by 7th grade or 8th grade about how these differences that distinguish one kid from another.